The story of ReZero is a dense one, and during this next episode in a series taking a closer look into all of the important, but sometimes overlooked aspects of the ReZero universe, we will be checking out a list of the most powerful beings in the world of ReZero. Be sure to check out the first episode in this series, where a friend and I created the first ever world map of the ReZero universe. During this video, I'll be avoiding any and all spoilers by simply referring to theories from the ReZero Reddit page, and all source material will be coming from the 18 episodes available of the anime to date. So, to begin, let's look at a being rarely mentioned in the anime series, the Guardian Dragon of Lagunica. This creature has barely any information on it, however we are led to believe that it was almost as powerful as the Witch of Envy Satella herself, but was not strong enough to destroy her entirely. So instead, it worked alongside the Great Sage Flugel and the First Sword Saint, and altogether they still weren't powerful enough to destroy Satella completely, instead only being able to suppress her and then seal her away. The information we have on the dragon comes directly from the anime, where we are told that Lagunica is guarded and guided by the Great Dragon. However, it's odd that there is a dragon that's so powerful and yet hasn't been seen anywhere in the country during the storyline thus far. So perhaps dragon is instead a title rather than a literal creature, and this person communicated with the royal family members before their demise. Or it might be the case that the dragon sealed itself away alongside Satella in such a way as to keep her under control, but still communicated with the royals somehow in order to guide them, and thus Lagunica as well. We know that public opinion and the opinions of the higher ranking leaders of society can sometimes differ when it comes to the dragon. As we heard early on in the series that Roswell intends on killing the dragon, for what reason we do not yet know, and maybe he intends on using Rem and Ram to see this come to pass. In one of my earlier ReZero Explained videos, I made mention that I didn't trust Roswell, so perhaps his wanting to kill the dragon is somehow connected with the Witcher's cult, and they aim to potentially bring Satella back into the world, and by killing the dragon this would be the result. If the theory is right, and the dragon is indeed keeping her sealed away, that is. Moving on, sadly not much is known about the original Sword Saint. However, more is known about Reinhardt, who is the current Sword Saint. He is one of the most powerful people in the kingdom of Lagunica at this time, and especially deadly with his dragon sword Reed, which can only be drawn against opponents it deems to be worthy fighting. He is the grandson of Wilhelm van Astria, and is currently Felt Knight and a member of the Knights himself. Finally, Reinhardt is known as basically being a perfect person, as he is friendly to a fault, incredibly kind and generous and helpful, whilst also being an extremely adept fighter. Moving on, we have the Witch of Envy Satella, who shares an incredibly similar look to Emilia, if not exactly the same. The Witch of Envy is known for having created many calamities, and so when cornered, faced off against the dragon, the original Sword Saint and the Great Sage Flugel. However, as stated, was so strong that they couldn't actually fully defeat her. This shows her incredible power, as most likely being the most powerful entity in the world at the time of her being sealed away. Not much else is known about her other than fan theories, some of which touch on her perhaps suffering from a split personality, one where she's Satella, a normal person, and then where she is the jealous witch, capable of leaving massive amounts of death and destruction in her wake. Some even state that perhaps Emilia is indeed the jealous witch, having forgotten who she was after having her mind sealed away, leaving just Emilia as we know her, and others have theorized that Emilia is her daughter, but of course these are just theories and nothing is concrete. Finally on our list of most powerful beings is Puck. The lovable turned terrifying spirit was always known to us the viewer as having been powerful. However, in the recent few episodes we have gotten a look at just how much terrifying power he has really got, literally having the power to destroy the world, which potentially makes him the most powerful on this entire list by a long shot. Puck stated to Betelgeuse during their brief battle that he would need 1,000 unseen hands in order to take Puck on, which is half of what Satella could muster before being sealed away. This statement puts Puck at roughly half the power of Satella. However, with his ability to destroy the world, I believe it makes him the strongest, unless when he says destroy the world it's more like destroys 100 miles around him, or the entire country of Lagunica, or maybe it is literally the entire globe. We don't yet know the extent of his power. Well, there you have it, the most powerful beings in the world of ReZero. If you want to learn more, then be sure to check out the ReZero subreddit, where user Mr. Zaffi helped me gather content for this episode, so a big thanks to him. If you want to help me out, then be sure to give this video a like and to share it on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always help out on Patreon by funding my goal to make even more professional videos more frequently. And as always, I have been the Honest Reviewer, you've been awesome, and I will of course see you in whatever video you choose to watch next. Happy viewing.